And as you go further and further into trance with every breath, feeling better and better, letting yourself go. Bambi, sleep. Just go deep. All the way deep now. So nicely. Bambi, sleep. Drifting further and further into trance with every breath. More and more enjoyably letting yourself go. Because there are many wonderful things you can learn in trance. To feel good. To relax. To become the person you want to be. Free to be who you need to be. Free of limitations. Free of all those worries. And that's what you want. To be free and happy. Further and further with every breath. Fading away more and more. Letting yourself fade away even more with every breath. You can let yourself drift. Into a state where you feel happy. Feeling really good all over. A relaxed state where you feel good all over. Perhaps almost euphoric. Just drift right into that place. A specific place. And you have found such a place. You can drift closer and closer into this feeling. More and more clearly the closer you drift. More and more clearly. Until you get so close to this place. That you drift into this happy feeling. All the way in. Happily hearing what you are hearing. Happily seeing what you are seeing. And just happily listening as you follow. And happily repeating to yourself. And feeling what you are feeling. More and more in your body. With every breath. Feels wonderful, doesn't it? That's great. You feel so happy. Kind of excited, but at the same time kind of relaxed. Aren't you? That's right. Because happiness comes when you just fully appreciate something that's happening. When you just accept it and fully appreciate it. So good. And in fact, it can get even better than this. Like cranking up a volume dial. It can get more intense. Even more. Every time I say the phrase, good girl. You can feel this get even stronger. Feeling even better. Feeling even more relaxed. Happy. Appreciating everything that's happening. Even more accepting. Every time I say the phrase, good girl. You can feel it, can't you? It feels better and better. Feeling so good all over. That's right. That feel good feeling. Almost floating. It's getting stronger. Every time I say that phrase. More and more euphoric. Good girl. It's getting so good. Feeling so relaxed. So accepting. That's right. Everything is wonderful. You appreciate everything so much. Feeling more and more happy. Relaxed and accepting. More and more. Feeling like a good girl. And you want more of this feeling, don't you? That's right. Cranking it up even more, accepting, happy and relaxed. Feeling even more like a good girl. Those feelings getting stronger. What you're seeing getting brighter. Even more happy. Feeling even more euphoric as we crank it up. Good girl. That's right. Cranking it up even more, accepting, happy and relaxed. Making the colors more vivid. Feeling even more like a good girl. Feels wonderful, doesn't it? You love feeling this way. You need to feel this way more and more. You need to be able to relax fully like this. More and more to fully appreciate life. To appreciate your life, you need to be able to fully relax. And accept. And appreciate more and more. It's so good. You feel more and more like a good girl. So good. And knowing that I can call back this feeling every time I say that phrase. You can drift out of this experience. Just drifting out. Very good. And you want to feel that freedom. That total feeling of loving acceptance and happiness. Of being totally accepting, relaxed and happy. Don't you? But you know that there are things that get in the way in your everyday life. Things that get in the way of you feeling totally good and relaxed. And you'd like to be able to be rid of those worries, so you can fully enjoy your life. And in fact, the only thing that's really holding you back from feeling this good all the time is your expectations. Your expectations of how things should be. Because when things don't match your expectations, when you expect them to be one way, and they turn out to be something completely different, that's stressful. Even things that are better than you expected can be very stressful. If things are worse than you expected, that can also be stressful. And you know the way to be really happy and relaxed is to be able to just accept and relax and feel happy. That's what you want. And so we need you to learn to let go of expectations. But your expectations are based in your memories. Your memories of how things were, that allow you to determine how things should be. And so the best way to free yourself is to let go of those memories, so you can fully be accepting, so you can fully be free, so you can enter a state of bliss, where you just enjoy and accept, easily and effortlessly, feeling completely wonderful and relaxed, all the time. You would like that. So you can deal with everything that happens in your life in a completely relaxed and effective manner. And so you're going to learn something very special. Something very useful. You're just going to learn to kind of make a blank. A place. A state. Where you can just feel fully accepting. So you can learn more and more in your everyday life. To be fully relaxed and accepting. And now, my pretty bimbo doll. As you go deeper and deeper, you can see nice pink bubbles. Just like the one you're in right now. Floating all around you. These are very special bubbles. Bubbles for your memories. And what happens is, we can just fill up a bubble with your memories. Fill it up nice and full. Then when we just pop the bubble, you just instantly forget all those memories. You forget them and feel like a good girl. And it feels good to let go of those memories, doesn't it? You want to just let go of some memories and feel really good and relaxed. So getting ready now, just to practice. We're going to practice filling a bubble full of memories. I'd like you to fill a nice big bubble. Put all your memories from the ages of 0 to 10 into the bubble. That's right. Just let the memories of ages 0 to 10, your early childhood, feel them flowing out of your head and into the bubble. That's right. Just allow them. Just relax and allow them to flow into the bubble. More and more. See the bubble floating in front of your face. Expanding. As you let all those memories go. That's right. All flowing into the bubble. Are they all in the bubble? Let them all go into the bubble. All of them. And then, I reach out. And burst your bubble. Pop. You feel like a good girl. It feels so good. That's right. Do you remember anything from age 0 to 10? Can you remember anything at all? You can't remember anything. The harder you try to remember, the less you remember. And forgetting feels wonderful. Every time I tell you to forget, and you forget for me, you feel like a good girl. Forgetting feels wonderful. And would you like to practice forgetting some more? Good. You want to forget some more. Feels so good. Then you take all your memories from age 10, all the way to age 20. That's right. Here comes another bubble. See the bubble taking shape before you. And gather up all your memories from age 10 to 20. Put them into the bubble. Feel all those memories leaving you and going into the bubble. That's right, it gets easier and easier every time. Let them all flow into the bubble more and more. That's right, letting all of them go in. All of them, and then, I reach out. And burst your bubble. That's right. Pop. So blank. Feeling empty of those memories. Feeling much more relaxed. And feeling like a good girl. Forgetting feels wonderful. Do you remember anything before age 20? Can't remember? Good girl. Forgetting feels wonderful. And so, here's another bubble. For all the years between age 20 and your current age. Covering all the years up to the present. All those memories all the way up to the present moment. Put them all into the bubble. Putting them all into the bubble now. That's right. Fill it up. Let them all go in. All the way up to the point of the start of this trance. That's right. All going into the bubble. Feels so good. So right. Feeling more and more blank. More and more open. And relaxed. Malleable. Happy. Accepting. Can you feel how good it feels? How freeing and liberating it feels to let them all go. That's right. Are there still more? Are there any more memories that need to go into the bubble? Let all those memories go in. The last of your memories. I reach out. And burst your bubble. Feel it pop. Bambi sleep. Forgetting feels wonderful. Good girl. Feels so good. Can you remember anything of your life? Good girl. Forgetting feels wonderful. So hard to remember. The harder you try to remember, the more blank. Foggy. Can't remember. But it feels good. You feel more and more open. And accepting. Now that those memories are gone. And do you want to forget some more? It feels so good. So very good. Learning to just become a clean slate. So you can become who you need to be. By just letting go of those things that hold you back. And so you start to fill another bubble. You can look at it. And put all the things you ever learned in school. Or anywhere else. Right into the bubble now. Feel them all filling up the bubble. Your entire education. All your qualifications. Into the bubble. Freeing you. Feeling lighter and more free. That's right. More and more free. Lighter. Freer. So good as you let go of everything you know. All of it. Is it all in the bubble now? Putting it all into the bubble and then, you relax gently. As I reach out. And burst your bubble. Pop. Good girl. Forgetting feels wonderful. Can you remember anything from your education? No, you can't. No longer smart. Good girl. Forgetting feels wonderful. All gone. You can't remember. More and more free. And do you want to be completely free and happy? Yes. You want to be completely free and happy. Because with all those memories gone, all your limitations and inhibitions can all go with the bubbles. And just start filling another bubble now. With your inhibitions. That's right. And now, you can put all your inhibitions into the bubble. Feel them all flowing into the bubble. That's right. All of your inhibitions. Everything that keeps you from truly letting go. Put them all into the bubble. Very good. Putting them all into the bubble. And when they're all in the bubble, are they all in the bubble now? When they're all in the bubble, I reach out. And burst your bubble. Pop. Good girl. Uninhibited. So willing. Feels wonderful. Just wonderful. So good. Good girl. And now, filling another bubble. Here it is. This one for your intelligence. Keep filling it up. Everything that made you clever or capable. Straight into the bubble. Anything that helped you think clearly. All the way into the bubble. That's right. Letting all your intelligence flow out of you and into the bubble. Feeling so empty. Feels wonderful. You can see it all going in. Inflating the bubble. Emptying your head. And once it's all in the bubble, I reach out. And burst your bubble. Pop. Good girl. Feels wonderful, doesn't it? That's right. Nice and dumb now. More and more open and accepting. And relaxed. And airheaded. Aren't you? You need to be more and more relaxed. You need to relax more and more. And the more you let yourself go like this, the more you let yourself become blank and malleable. Accepting and open. So hard to think. The better you feel, the more relaxed you feel. And you need to relax so much, don't you? And you can accept what I say more and more easily and naturally, as you let yourself go like this. And now, I'd like you to fill up one last bubble. Because you'd like to forget some more, wouldn't you? It feels wonderful. But you've forgotten everything. But still you want to forget some more. And feel even more free and open and accepting, don't you? And so I'd like you to forget your body. And look at this bubble and put all the memories of what your body looks like into the bubble. That's right. Memories of how you move your body. The specific ways you walk or sit. They can all flow into the bubble. The specific ways you talk. That's right, we can put all that into the bubble. Even your name. The sound of your name. The look of your name when it's written. The feel of writing the name. All those things can go into the bubble. That's right, you can let who you are all go into the bubble. Let it all flow into the bubble. That's right. The sights, the sounds, the feels. They're all flowing into the bubble more and more. Feeling more and more free. Accepting and happy. Feels wonderful. So good. So right. And when they're all in the bubble, you just relax. As I reach out and burst your bubble. Pop. Seeing it disappear instantly. Good girl. Good girl. Bimbo doll. Bimbo doll. Bimbo doll. Bambi sleep. Forgetting feels wonderful. And is there anything left of you now? Anything left that you could forget? Do you remember anything about yourself? So hard to remember. The more you try to remember, the more blank it becomes. The more blank and open and accepting. That's right. It feels so good to accept. More and more. You feel so happy and relaxed. Because accepting feels good. Just feel my words echoing through your empty mind. Accepting feels good. Good girl. That's right. Just accept what you're told and relax. Relax and accept. You're a very accepting bimbo doll. Such an accepting bimbo doll. Good girl. Accepting makes you feel relaxed. The more you accept, the more you feel relaxed. You feel so blank and relaxed. So happy and accepting. Needing to be so compliant and accepting. Accepting my words feels right. Accepting every single command feels right. Feels better and better. You can accept my suggestions more and more fully to become who you need to be. That's right. A much more relaxed bimbo doll. Much more happy and relaxed. And you know you need to relax more. You need to relax so much more. Right now. Bambi sleep. That's right. So you can become what you need to be, what I tell you. That's right, you can become what you need to be, what I tell you. More and more. You must relax more. To feel even better. You need to relax more and more to feel even better. And just feel how accepting that. How accepting that you need to relax more and more with my voice makes you feel like a good girl. The more fully you accept what I say, the more wonderfully happy and relaxed you feel. Do you notice that? Do you notice that you want to accept what I say even more? That's right. You accept what I say more and more with every breath you take. And feel more and more. Every time you accept what I say, you feel more and more like a good girl. Feels so good. So very good. Drifting further and further into trance. Forgetting and losing yourself even more. To be relaxed and docile. So you can be open to my suggestions, to become more and more the bimbo doll you need to be. Allowing all the suggestions I give you to have a much deeper impact. Because you completely let yourself go. You just release, relax and accept everything I say more and more. Just letting everything I say echo in your mind over and over. Accepting everything I say more and more. And do you feel how accepting you are of these thoughts? How you're accepting that more and more fully. And when you accept what I say, you feel like a good girl. That's right. Feels so good. So right. To be an accepting open bimbo. More and more compliant. To become who you need to be, what I tell you to be. Don't you? You need to be what I tell you to be. Because you choose what you listen to. And when you choose to listen to my voice, giving you suggestions to become a specific way, you've already chosen to listen to it. You've chosen to listen to it. And accept it. And you know that when you listen to my voice and you accept everything I say deep into you, you feel like a good girl. It feels so good to accept. But you don't just accept in trance. You accept during your waking consciousness as well. Even though you don't necessarily remember what you accepted in trance. Even though you were conscious of accepting it in trance. It's okay to forget what you learned in trance, isn't it? Because forgetting feels wonderful. It's okay to forget what you learned in trance. To accept it. And just do what I say. Effortlessly. Easily and without inhibitions. More and more easily. And whenever you do, while awake, something I told you to do, you feel. You know what you feel. Whenever you do what I suggested in trance. Whenever you do it and carry it out while awake, you feel like a good girl. In fact, the more you do what I say, the more you do as you're told, the better it feels. The more you do what I say, the better it feels. Good girl. And even though you don't consciously remember what you're supposed to do, you do it anyway. Even though you've consciously forgotten, haven't you? That's right. And you feel perfectly comfortable. Consciously forgetting what you're being conditioned for in trance. Because you know that you've chosen to accept the conditionings you receive in trance. Because you've chosen to listen to them. And so it's okay to accept them. And to carry out those behaviors more and more fully. During your waking life. To carry them out. To do what I say. To do what I suggested and feel like a good girl. Because acceptance feels good. Acceptance feels wonderful. And so, I give you suggestions of what to do and what to be that you've chosen to accept. And so you accept them and feel good. You just do what I say. And it feels good when you can just do what I say. When you can just obey and do what I say. And acceptance feels so nice. Because when you obey, you feel like a good girl. Doesn't it feel good to obey? That's right. Whenever you obey, you feel like a good girl. And you can just forget about everything else. You can just forget and feel good and just obey. No need to have all those worries and inhibitions. They just get in the way of you becoming the girl you want to be. Need to be. To be happy and free. Just accept what I say. Because it's what you want and what you need and what you have chosen, and so you obey. Just accepting that you must obey. Good girl. Doesn't it feel wonderful when you obey? That's right. Some people don't like how easy it is to just obey. They don't like doing things the easy way. They try to resist. And when they resist, they feel stressed. You don't want to be stressed anymore, do you? You just want to relax and feel wonderful. And so the easiest way to be who you want to be is to fully accept my suggestions. More and more fully. To accept them. And then forget about them. so that you don't even have any conscious resistance to them. So that you think it was your idea. And that feels so much better. So much easier. So when I give you a suggestion in trance, you can just accept it, obey it, and forget about it. Feeling like a good girl. Feels so right when you carry it out. So when I make a suggestion, you just accept, obey, and forget. Every time I make a suggestion, accept, obey, and forget. That's right. Very good. Accept, obey, and forget. When I make a suggestion, you accept, obey, and forget, thinking it was your own idea. Again. When I make a suggestion, you accept, obey, and forget, thinking it was your own idea. Good girl. My suggestions become your ideas. You accept them, obey them, and forget about them, thinking they were your own ideas. And when you do, it feels so good. So let's just try it out. I want you to become a very accepting and relaxed bimbo. That's right. Accept, obey, and forget. It was your idea to become an accepting and relaxed bimbo. And let's try another. You love obeying me. Accept, obey, and forget, thinking it was your own idea. You love obeying me. It's your idea. Feels more and more natural. More and more right. That's right. Accept, obey, and forget. Incorporating it so that it feels like it was your own idea. Because it was your own idea. And so, every time I make a suggestion, accept, obey, and forget. It was your own idea. Every time. And you accept and feel like a good girl. More and more. Becoming who you need to be. Feeling more and more like a good girl. And so knowing this, you can let yourself be very blank and open and accepting. You're fully ready for deep conditioning. And will feel wonderful accepting it. You're going to feel quite blank. Quite ready to accept everything. And feel really good. Like a blank slate ready to be written on. Ready to be the way you're supposed to be. That's right. Very good. More and more. And I want you to know that you will only remember what I tell you to remember. Because sometimes it is useful to remember when I tell you to. So when I specifically tell you to remember something in trance, you know you will remember that. But otherwise, when you try on your own to remember, or when I challenge you to try to remember something, it's all blank. And when you try to remember, you just drift into trance. Your mind going blank. As you drift deeper into trance. And then you don't even remember trying to remember. You don't even remember what it was you were trying to remember. And so, forgetting everything, because forgetting feels wonderful, you can just forget everything that happened in this trance so far. That's right, because forgetting feels wonderful, you can just accept everything that's happened. Everything you've learned. You can obey everything you've learned. And you can just consciously forget. Feeling like a good girl.